So yeah, so the first one works and f at 1 worked. And actually, if you tried f at -1, so this one's got a combination of negatives and positives, so 1 or -1 could possibly be working, but they both work. So f at 1 works, f at -1 works. Does it matter which one you find first? No, doesn't matter. Right? So it depends. If you try f at 1 and you found that one first, then your next step would be different than if you found f at -1. But at the end, when we have it fully factored, we're going to have the same answer. Okay, it'll just have a different middle step, but we're still going to get the same answer, so it doesn't matter. So if you did f at 1, you found it was 0, then I found that x minus 1 is a factor, so I hold on to that. I like that statement because it just centers me in terms of what I'm doing. I've got one of them. Then I'm going to do synthetic. Make sure you don't write too big. I'm going to have to do it twice because, look, it's a power of 4. We're going to do it 2 times. Right, so let's grab this, not too big, over here. And we're going to put over here on the side, right? So make sure when you grab this, you're going to put the opposite. So it's going to be 1 goes here. Okay. And then it's power 4, 3, 2, 1, nothing. Good. So we're in right order. 1, -3, -13, 3, and 12. Okay, and we're going to have to do synthetic 2 times. Or, right, something twice. Polynomial. I like synthetic, so we're going to do synthetic twice. So grab that, 1 down. Try to do it on your own and look up to compare, right? Multiply, put it here, add. Multiply, put it here, add. So I'll do this. 1, 1, add it, -2. Multiply. Okay, so you're trying to do this on your own. Add it, -15. Multiply, 15. Right, so make sure you leave space between the numbers. Don't make it too squishy. You're going to be able to fit another number in. 12. Okay, so multiply, put it here, and add it. Multiply, put it there, add it. Okay. So my answer is this lovely thing. Okay, so hopefully you're getting that pattern now. Then it's 1 degree less than whatever I started with. So this is a power of 4. So this will be x cubed minus 2x squared minus 15x minus 12. Okay, and we're back to 4. Now, in the past, we have factored 4 terms before. We factored 4 terms before, and we would do that way back in grade, say, 10, where we were factoring 4 terms. So the only time that we factored 4 terms, and in grade 11, is when we were factor by grouping. So whenever we had this, we would factor 2 by 2. So we do 2 by 2, and it sometimes is out of order. So factor by grouping, we've done this before. This is our grade 10 note. There, remember it? Long, long time ago. Okay, so I'm going to remind you factor by grouping 2 by 2. So 2 by 2, and again, any type of factoring is still possible. So what we should do for all of our questions is we should have started with what type of factoring. What did we always tell you to do in grade 10, starting from grade 10 and 11? First step of factoring was look for common factor. Did we look for it? No, we didn't. We should have. So always look for common factor. Was there one? No. Was there one? No. Is there one? Yes. Okay, so our first step should still always be common factor. We've ignored it just because I was teaching you something new, but now let's put that back into our brains. Okay, always look for common factor first. It makes our numbers smaller. So it should be screaming at you, nothing, I have nothing, nothing. This one, whoa, definitely got a common factor. It's an x, definitely got to take that x out. Okay, so we'll always put that back. So let's put that back into our brains. The other thing I want back from grade 10 is the 2 by 2 factoring. Okay, and again, we have done that before, so we can still do that. 2 by 2 factoring meant that I would group it and do a common factor with the first 2, and maybe the second 2, right? So if I did the first 2 and I did a common factor, it would be x squared. I would have x minus 2 left. Is that okay? Then you looked here and see if you can get an x minus 2 out of these guys, and you can't. How do I know? Look at the coefficients, 15 and 12. I can't get x minus 2 out of that, right? So then I know it's not 2 by 2, so then I try my new method, which is going to be looking for the factors of 12 and do this factor theorem. Okay. Now, in contrast, okay, I'll show you here a grouping one. So if you're like, I still don't remember what you're saying about grouping, I'll do it here with you, okay? Because this one I actually made it groupable, so you can do it that way or this way. You'll have your choice, but you can also do it by grouping. Yes? Yeah, if it's a polynomial in order. So the grouping that we did in grade 10 was we could do it mixed up, but if you did it in decreasing order, which you guys never noticed, if we mixed it up, it was no longer in proper order. But if you always have it in decreasing order, then it'll always be first, second, third, fourth. The way we mixed it up in grade 10 is that we would mix up the order, and you went, oh, I don't know, whatever you gave me, it can be first, third. But if you actually fixed the order, so it was in decreasing order, it would have worked always first, second, third, fourth. Yeah, so that's why. So for polynomials, as long as we're in order, it should only be a quick check. First, second, third, fourth, and that's it. And there's no mixing it around. And again, in grade 10, we tricked you by putting the order wrong, and you just didn't notice that it was really the order. Right? So whenever it's a polynomial, we could have fixed the order, and then it would have been in proper order. Okay, so here, polynomial, it'll always be first, second, third, fourth. So if you forget what I'm saying about grouping, I'm going to do it here with you. So if you're like, I don't remember what you're saying about grade 10, I'll do it again here. Okay, so I'll show you what it looks like. Here, I'm looking, it gets me 1, 2, but at 15, 12, it's not going to be groupable. Okay, so then I'm going to do it again. The multiples of 12, right? So the multiples of 12, 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4. I'm going to start again somewhere in the middle, and I already told you negative 1 does work. Right, so I'm going to try negative 1, and it does work. So you try it again. You go f at negative 1 equals 0. For this one, I plugged it into here. So this is my new question. So I go, okay, this is my new question. So starting from here, I tried f at negative 1 into here, okay? Not back into the original, otherwise we keep checking the same first one. We're going to keep getting 1 back again, right? So check it in my new one. I checked it in here, and it does work. So therefore, x plus 1 is now a factor into my new question. I'm going to do synthetic with my new question. Don't go back to the beginning. We already, right, reduce that one to here. So again, we're going to put over here, grab this guy, put it over here, and we're going to put negative 1, right? And then the numbers, 1, negative 2. Leave space in between it, right? Don't do too squishy. You need to be able to write. And negative 12, like that. Grab it. 1. Multiply, add it. So try to do it on your own and look up if you need help. So multiply, add it, multiply, add it, multiply, add it. Okay? So we're hoping that synthetic is getting a little bit easier to do. Multiply, put it there, add it. Multiply, put it there, add it. Should get to a 0, which we should be like, yes, good, that has to be 0. If it's not, then something happened. And then here, my answer is, so if it's x cubed and I divided it, then it's x squared, 3x minus 12. Can I factor that again? It's a 1 in front, so it's a simple factoring. Multiplies to negative 12, adds to negative 3. 112, nope. 2, 6, nope. 3, 4, I can't get it. Can't do any more, so stop. So then my answer is, so let's put it all together. So my answer is going to be x minus 1, x plus 1, grab them all, and the x squared minus 3x minus 12. 1, 2, 3. Count your degrees. Look up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go back to your original. Okay? So it should be 4 from the original here. The typical mistake is you forget the first factor or the middle one, right? And you write down this part and you go, yeah, it looks great. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got degree 4. I've got them all. Okay? You do all the work, but then you forget to write it down properly. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to show you the grouping, the one that I was talking about here where you might go, okay, I'm not remembering the grouping thing that we did in grade 10, but the simple grouping that we did in grade 10 with the polynomials. We would change the variables around, but this is in order, so you're only looking first, second, third, fourth, right, because it's in order. It won't have any weird combinations. The first thing we always have to do from now on is always look for common factor. Okay, we weren't doing it at the beginning because I was just showing you the new method, but you should add that back in. So we want to do this one, and we're going to take out an x. Okay, so take out that x, and we've got x cubed, 6x squared, 2x minus 12. And then you go, okay, what are the multiples of 12? 1, 12, 2, 6, 3, 4. That's okay. However, I look and go 4. We've done 4 terms before. So if you look at this, you go double check. If I factor out an x squared, I'll have an x and a 6 left. Right? So x6. If I factor out a 2, I'll have an x and a 6. So you look at the coefficients. It's 1, 6, 2, 12. So that will 2, 12 reduces to 1, 6. So that's where they were going, oh, wait, right? So 1, 6, 1, okay, we've got that. Okay, so that's why you kind of go at the coefficients. So you do a quick double check. It's just a quick check, and it will be in order. So it's not going to be mixed up like we did in grade 10 where we kind of change the order on you. It'll be, if it's in descending order, it's a quick check. That's a 1, 6. If I take out 2, it's a 1, 6. So what we asked you to do before in grade 10 is we would do this. You can do a square bracket or a round bracket. I'll just do square to emphasize. And I'm going to go, common factor out of that was x squared. X minus 6 was left. Common factor out of here is 2, and x minus 6 is left. Do you have to do it this way? No. If you use the factor theorem, my factor would be 6. It would have worked. Right? So totally fine to do it either way. I'm just saying you have this option if you want to. Okay? But you could have just used factor theorem and got 6. Okay, so totally fine, just this is a possibility if you want to use it, right? You don't have to throw away your grade, right, 10, 11 stuff, right? So that's still a possibility. Then we said, okay, these are the same, right? So then we write the x still, don't drop your x. We write this down once. You took it out of both of them, and you write down what's left over, and what's left over is x squared and 2. So I took that out once, and I wrote down what's left over. Right? So it's just like saying x squared y plus 2y. You write the y first, and then you write down what's left over. Right? So that yellow is like taking out the y here. Okay? And then that is fully factored. We're done. Because I can't factor that anymore. It's not a difference of squares. It's not a trinomial. There's nothing to do. Okay, so remember, the question is asking you to factor. So just factor, don't solve. It's not asking you to solve or find the x-intercepts. It just wants you to factor, right, to make sure you answer the question asked. All right, any questions with that?